Difficult times are here. They will get worse. Polygyny will be part of the answer for those men in families who will survive. Modern women tend to say no to everything, and they believe they can tell men how to conduct their business, but they can't. And they will yield to the leadership of men, or they won't survive. It is up to men to learn all they can now, so they'll be prepared for what's coming. Thanks for the video, V. Just based on what he's saying here alone, yeah, absolutely. Hard times, difficult times are approaching. Like it says in the scripture, of course, it's going to be several women taking a hold to one man, right? And this is just going to come. Men just, you're not going to have to even talk about it or encourage them to do it any longer. They're just going to make a sound decision to say, you know what, it's better for my mental health. It's better for me to be able to make this decision for me. You know what I'm saying? For me and my child, what's going to happen. We're going to be living in a society where women are going to find the biggest, strongest man that they can find. That's gonna take great care of them. That's gonna make sure they good, and they're gonna join his home. They're gonna join his house, and they're gonna be able to start building together, living together, and flourishing and thriving together. So I actually pinned his comment on that particular video just because of the truth that was spoken about it. Yeah, the difficult times are coming. They're gonna find a big, strong man that's gonna take great care of them. They're gonna fall right in line, and they ain't gonna ask no questions, right? Because the benefits are obvious as to what type of benefits it offers. So y'all let me know what y'all think about his comment down in the comment section below. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Difficult times are coming. They're approaching. These women are going to find somebody house to join regardless. It don't matter. So y'all let me know what you think. Sounds good, I'm theory, or sounds good in theory, however. Question for you. If majority of all black women were raised by single mother-led households, then why would you think this business structure would work? The time and resources I would waste on untamed and uncultured women is not a good business strategy. Why would you even go for those women? Do you attract those type of women? The ones who are untamed and uncultured, is what you said? Yeah, uncultured, untamed women. Are you attracting those type of women? You got to ask yourself that question. Like, what type of women are you attracting? Are you attracting the untamed and uncultured women? Or are you attracting the women who have culture and will have the potential of being tamed if they're not tamed in a way that you enjoy it? So what women are you going after? I would consider that. And before I just paint a broad brush, right? Because not all women are untamed and uncultured. Not all of them are out here bugging and thugging. You feel me? Not all of them are out here wilding, right? There are some solid ones out here. Even if you got to travel abroad to meet them, they're still out here. Maybe do they need to be taught more? Do they need to be trained on how to behave or how to be in your household or be a good woman to you? Yes, of course. I think all women, there's a learning curve when you get into a marriage or relationship with a man. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn how to be a good woman to this man, right? So it's just a learning curve. Just like any child who's just coming into the world, that child's going to have to learn how to be a part of the world, part of society. And it's your job to have patiently teach them, to show them discipline and consistency. Same thing with a woman. Patiently teach her, show her discipline and consistency. You feel me? Like, if you're just not the type of man to be able to take on a woman who is a solid woman, just needs some teaching, some discipline, then you should reevaluate who you are. And what type of woman you can, or what type of man you can be. Maybe you need to do some self work, King. You know what I'm saying? Work on yourself. Work on who you are, so you can be able to teach a woman at least one, and two. If you can do two, do two. But like I said, I don't believe that all women. It might be difficult to find them, right? Especially in Western culture. Might be difficult to find a woman who is cultured and tamed, right? As you putting it, um, who don't need as much polishing. You know what I'm saying? But they're out here. It's just who you're attracted to, who you're attracting, type of women that you're dealing with.
And yes, like you, I practiced polygyny before. I went a different route by having my wife find us another woman to join my household. I prefer the women to have a tighter bond. That way, I dictate instructions to my wife to relay to the second wife. I-O IMO. There is no wrong path to how us men structure our household. I give you 6 months to a year of you convincing all black women. LOL. Interesting conversation, my brother.
Woman, see, that's a problem right there. You want a different route to find, have your wife find another woman. Why ain't you finding her? You know what I'm saying? So this is probably the reason why you said uncultured and untamed, and it's not a very, very good business strategy. Was because you as being the CEO of the company, do you rely on the manager to find talent, or do you rely on the manager to run the business and to acquire the assets for the business, or do you as the CEO go out, grind, hustle, and acquire the assets for the business, keep the business afloat? No, you got to go get your assets, man. And that's one of the biggest things, bro, is that you went out and you told your wife to go find a woman. Now you need to find her, because your woman ain't gonna think on a logical level. She gonna think on I think this is what my man likes. This is the type of body type he likes. This is the type of smile he likes. This is the type of whatever. She's attractive, this, that, and the third. So you need to figure out what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this right here, like sending your woman out to go find a woman, like, no, like, you find her. In some cases, you might want to send your woman to go and speak to her, maybe to get her feeling comfortable or whatever it may be. Or you need to go speak to her directly. Go meet her yourself and bring her in, because the relationship that you need to develop is between yourself and that woman, not your woman developing a relationship with that woman and then bringing her in to you, right? Because this woman is going to develop more of a sense of comfort and tenuity with your woman, not with you. You don't want that. You want both of them to be very interested in just who you are as a man. You want both of them to be in love with you as the man. You know what I'm saying? As the king, as the man in their house, in their life. When you send your woman finds a woman, right? She's more attached to your woman, not attached to you. Yeah, you don't even know if she's really truly attracted to you, or if she's really vibing with you like that. So, you need to be going out and finding your own women, bro. And it's just flat out. You need to go out and find your own women. So that's a huge mistake that you're making by allowing her. And I'm pretty sure, you can tell me, was it her idea to find a woman? Something tells me it was her idea, that it made her feel more comfortable to pick and choose these women, right? So, what else he said up in here, huh? I'm saying the print is small, though. Okay, household. Okay, so he said, I prefer the women to have a tighter bond. That's a mistake, bro. That's a huge mistake, because you're gonna lose everything. This one's mad at you for this reason, and then the other one gonna side with her. They got a tighter bond. You know what I'm saying? They gonna double team you. You ain't gonna even know what the hell hit you. Could you imagine having two women who are tight, right? And let's say that these are two women who had a Jezebel spirit, right? Who want to rule over a man, right? Who want to usurp authority. And what these two women truly need is a man who's not going to be an Ahab, right? Who's going to put them in their place. You got two of them you dealing with. One Jezebel in the Bible was destroying a whole goddamn was picking apart a whole nation, right? Was tearing up a whole nation. You want two of them to be tight. That's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. You got to be very trusting of the woman that you're sending out to find you a woman, right? That's the biggest mistake you could ever make, right? Is having a woman go out and find you a woman to bring into your household, and then have a tighter bond with each other than with you. You asking. It's a recipe for disaster. You asking for your ass to get kicked. You asking for you every time you gonna lose your arguments or your not arguments, but you're gonna lose every time when you're coming up against these two, because they're gonna be what argumentative possibly. They're gonna be bold and strong, and with the you need that third one to be a neutral party. She got love for you, and she can sympathize with the woman, right? But she loves you as the man. This woman loves the woman, and then she cares about you. This is a prop. This is a huge mistake, bro. This is a huge mistake. They don't need to have a tighter bond. They need to have love, ultimate love for you, and that's it. And then have a close bond based on what you said. You know. Okay, so that way I dictate interactions to my wife to relay the second. I relay the message to the second wife. This is terrible, bro. I mean, who is this guy? What's this guy's name? This is terrible, bro. This is horrible. Why are you telling your first wife to go tell your second wife to do shit? Like, what? Y'all not building no connection. Like, the second woman, you treating her like she just like really a plus one. Like she's your girl's friend who you can sleep with or something like that. Like, why are you treating her like she is nobody? Like, at least give her enough respect to come talk to her face to face, and be able to give her direction as well. You know what I'm saying? It builds a tighter bond between yourself and her, especially if you're gonna have your wife picking them, right? Like, you're gonna have your woman picking them. It brings a tighter bond between you two if you just go and actually speak to her. You know what I'm saying? It'd probably be great to speak to the second one and talk to her and build an actual genuine relationship and bond with them. There's a reason why you talking like this, bro. Untamed, uncultured, because you're not giving them that tame. You're not culturing them. You know what I'm saying? You're just letting them roll by committee like they're doing. And I bet anything this is your wife's suggestion. I bet anything this is what she wanted. She convinced you that this would be the best way to go. That she could tell, that she could be able to relay information and all this such shit. Well, who wants to do that? Who wants messages to be passed down from a man that they're looking to marry or looking to be in love with? Like, who wants things to be passed down to them rather than hearing it directly from him or receiving a direction directly from him? There you go again, making the mistake of allowing these two women to bond, pair bond, more than with you. So you're making yeah. These are some really bad mistakes. And let me see. These are terrible mistakes, dude. You should never do this. Mm-hmm. So he said, "I give you 6 months to a year of convincing all black women." LOL. This is an interesting conversation, bro. Yeah, I mean, much love to you, man, my brother. But 6 months to a year convincing all black women. Listen, I don't, no, not at all. Like, I will literally. Here, I'm gonna be honest, right? Most women would love to be in a space like this with a man who's actually able to dictate what's going on in that space. You got to find women who aren't into women majority or mostly, right? But they're into men, period, not women, right? That's what you need. You don't need to find or have your wife to go find a woman who's into women, and they're mostly into women, but you're like a bonus. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I get to. No, you have to go find your own women. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy as hell. Sitting around here allowing your women to go find another woman to bring into the house, bring into the marriage. You go find this woman. You feel me? You go find her for yourself, right? You bring her in and you acclimate her to your wife. You allow them to get to know each other. and then you set the boundaries, you set the guidelines on what they do to build their bond, right? And also how they what the boundaries are as far as how far they can take it with each other, as far as them being able to build a stronger bond to where now they both are biased with each other's opinions and decisions and what they want. So where they can come back and try to manipulate you as a man. And women are manipulators, right? Master manipulators. They'll manipulate the hell out of you. So you mean to tell me that you're submitting to a woman who's finding you another woman who's going to be sort of just like her, right? It's going to have some real similarities in personality. They're gonna both manipulate the shit out of you, bro. They're gonna come and be manipulating you, and they're gonna run you through the muck. It just is what it is because you're not structuring them. You're not giving them boundaries. You're not setting boundaries for yourself and for them. You need to set your boundaries. You need to stop letting your wife go and find other women for you, right? And then you need to find your own women. You feel me? Like get some game about yourself. If you don't get out here and you want to live that lifestyle, then live it. You feel me? You indulge in it. Like get some game about yourself. You feel me? It takes courage to walk up to an attractive woman and talk to her about things, especially about this that type of lifestyle, poly type of lifestyle. But you know, real men can do it and they don't have problems. You feel me? So you just put yourself to the test. You test yourself, test your cojones, and see where you at. See if you're a real man or not. See if you can be able to tell them something that will make them want to walk away from you, and then you can be able to accept it for what it is. You can stay or you can go. But one thing I would never do is have my wife find another wife for me. I would never do that. Would I speak to her about me bringing in another wife? Shit, I might consider it just depending on what I would like to do with my level of communication. But you know, a lot of times they don't even have to know. You feel me? Depends on what man would, what each man would want to do for their household. Me personally, talking about it, I like to consider it. I like to consult and be sure that I'm making a solid choice and option in choosing whatever woman I'm deciding to bring. That's what I did before, and it seemed to be working out pretty good and successful. You know, it's just little things here and there that was not uh, you know, that you learn about people as you continue to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that for you for sure. On this comment here that you made, I don't disagree with some of the things, or I pretty much disagree with everything. I pretty much disagree with everything you're saying, brother. You really need to evaluate how you're running and conducting your business, your household over there. That ain't none of my business, but you want to consider that. You want to consider not letting your woman go and find other women and pick other women, right? So yeah, those are the three comments that I had for today. Man, listen, what's up, man? I'm finna have to drop this thing. How many people we got in here right now? This is the second EP, second live stream, man. I appreciate y'all joining me today. Like for real, this is a dope ass thing. We had a little bit of turbulence, you know, it was a little rocky, a little shaky, but we we solid now. We solid now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no problems now.